It's Monday, March 25th. This is PSN News. Tonight we'll bring you more details on the shooting that occurred in State College last week, as well as details on the U.S.-backed Syrian Democratic Forces declaring victory over the Islamic State.
We'll also have more on 2020 presidential candidate O'Rourke's visit to campus, as well as details on the Robert Mueller report. Stay tuned.
Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Sebastian Kraft.
And I'm Chloe Mesogaitis.
The first ever fatal shooting involving an officer of the State College Police Department took place at the Marvin Gardens apartment complex on Old Boalsburg Road around 2 p.m. last Wednesday. 29-year-old Oyaze Osegi was killed in a confrontation with a police officer after failing to respond to demands to drop the knife he was holding. According to a police search warrant, Osegi attacked the officer and remained in a hostile position. Osegi's father called police prior to the incident, asking for an evaluation of his son's mental health condition. Easterly Parkway Elementary School went into lockdown shortly after the incident. State College Police Chief John Gardner said Osegi was African American. A vigil protesting racism was held for the young victim Friday at the Allen Street gates.
38-year-old teacher Nancy Alba of Mount Nittany Elementary School died suddenly in her home Wednesday night. Alba, a Penn State grad, joined the State College Area School District in 2017 as a third-grade teacher. Chief of Police Chris Albright says Alba had not been feeling well in the days leading up to her passing and states she died of natural causes. Faculty and staff extend their condolences to Alba's family and friends and say she will be missed dearly.
Penn State will receive over $700,000 from the Second Mile, a charity formerly owned by football coach and convicted pedophile Jerry Sandusky. The charity's initial aim was to assist underprivileged youth and their families. The now infamous 2012 scandal in which Sandusky was tried revealed that Sandusky sexually abused children during their participation in the charity's efforts. While the Second Mile was disbanded in 2016, Penn State attorneys successfully pursued the charity's remaining funds. Sandusky, meanwhile, was sentenced to 30 to 60 years in prison, and his recent appeal for a new trial was denied. He will soon be resentenced.
This past Thursday, 2020 presidential candidate Beto O'Rourke visited the Penn State campus. O'Rourke spoke to hundreds of students, faculty, and residents in the Hub Robeson Center regarding his presidential run. O'Rourke spoke on several topics such as stricter gun laws, immigration reform, climate change, and universal health care. O'Rourke, who lost the 2018 election to Senator Ted Cruz of Texas, announced his run for the presidency on March 14th. O'Rourke praised the energy of Penn Staters and says he will never forget being here. O'Rourke is the first presidential candidate to visit campus and says he hopes to return.
Stay tuned because after the break, Natalie Graham will bring you the latest in entertainment news.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Natalie Graham with your entertainment update. Penn State Center Stage is presenting Harper Lee's novel To Kill a Mockingbird April 2nd to the 12th at the Playhouse Theater. The novel and play is told through the eyes of a young girl and focuses on the racial and social inequalities of the South in the 1930s. The play is directed by the head of the Directing Graduate Program, Susan H. Schulman. Schulman has directed Tony Award-winning musical The Secret Garden and Tony-nominated revivals of The Sound of Music and Little Woman. Tickets can be purchased at the Eisenhower Box Office, the Bryce Jordan Center, and Penn State Tickets downtown for $25. Students can purchase tickets for $12.50 with a valid student ID. Penn State Student Programming Association recently announced their final performer for their school year concert series. Rapper and hip-hop artist Denzel Curry will perform at the Hub's Alumni Hall on Thursday, April 4th at 8 p.m. Curry is a Florida-based performer who created his first mixtape in 6th grade. He then went on to release his first album, Nostalgic 64, in late 2013. Since then, Curry has released 3 other albums, which includes a more popular song such as Ultimate, featuring Juicy J, and ULT. His most recent album landed him a spot as number 6 on Billboard's rap chart and number 28 on Billboard's Hot 200. The concert is free and is open to all Penn State students with a valid student ID. After the Lori Loughlin and Felicity Huffman college admissions scandal regarding cheating and bribing to get into prestigious universities had spiraled around the internet, it was quite likely for a well-known figure to make fun of the events. Earlier last week, Dr. Dre and his daughter announced her acceptance into the University of Southern California by several Instagram posts. His daughter, Truly, posted a selfie on her Instagram story with the caption, "All my hard work paid off. I'm going to film school," end quote. Additionally, Dre captioned his picture, "My daughter got accepted into USC all on her own. No jail time," end quote. However, it recently came out that 6 years ago, Dre and Jimmy Iovine made a generous donation of $70 million to the USC Arts program. After all the backlash from media outlets and social media, both Dre and Truly deleted their post. That's your entertainment update. Stay tuned because after the break, Maria Coyne has the latest in sports.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Maria Coyne with your sports update. On Saturday, Penn State Wrestling traveled to Pittsburgh and clinched its 8th NCAA title in 9 years. For the 4th consecutive season, the Nittany Lions had 5 finalists, with this year resulting in 3 titles for the program. Senior Anthony Cassar, the number 2 seed at 285, beat Oklahoma State's Derek White for his first national title. Jason Nolf, the number 1 seed at 157, and Bo Nickel, the number 1 seed at 197, each became national champions for the 3rd straight time. The Nittany Lions finished with 137.5 points, which was 40 points ahead of second place Ohio State. The Nittany Lions now have 221 All-Americans, including 35 under current head coach Cael Sanderson. The Penn State softball team shut out Michigan State 3-0 in their opening Big Ten series on Sunday afternoon. This is the Nittany Lions' first conference opening series win since 2016 against Rutgers. Freshman Bailey Parshall clinched her 6th victory of the season and her first complete shutout of her Penn State career. Milena Livingston got the ball rolling with a double and was able to get the Nittany Lions' first score on senior Tony Polk's RBI single. In the top of the 3rd, Haley Vallejo singled up the middle to score 2 more for the Nittany Lions. Penn State's next game will be against Pitt on Wednesday at 5 p.m. Number 1 seeded Duke survived and advanced to the Sweet 16 in the annual March Madness tournament on Sunday night in the 77-76 Instant Classic versus UCF. With 14.4 seconds left, Zion Williamson drove to the rim and made the layup while being fouled by UCF's 7'6" center Taco Fall, his 5th foul of the game. Williamson couldn't convert the and one, but teammate RJ Barrett scored on the offensive rebound to put Duke up 1. Aubrey Dawkins of UCF finished the game with 32 points, but his tip-in fell just short as time expired. Williamson scored 32 points to go along with 11 rebounds in the victory. The Blue Devils will take on 4th-seeded Virginia Tech on Friday night for a chance to advance to the Elite Eight. That was your sports update. Stay tuned because after the break, we'll bring you an exclusive interview with the president and the historian of Project Haiti.
Hello, I'm Erin Allison Droney, and welcome back to PSN News. Tonight we have Maggie Kazemchak, the president of Project Haiti, and Susie Gervolino, the historian. They're here to tell us about their club and the importance of it, especially now. Thank you, ladies, so much for joining us tonight. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Erin.
Of course. Susie, could you tell us a little bit about the mission of Project Haiti and what made you want to get involved?
So Project Haiti is a Penn State club that raises funds and awareness for our 3 partners in Haiti, and we kind of just educate people on like what's going on with our partners, and we have many different fundraisers throughout the year.
Fabulous. And I know, Maggie, that you students involved have an opportunity each spring break to go to Haiti and visit your partners, but this year that was not possible. Could you tell audience members that are maybe unaware a little bit about the current situation in Haiti?
Yeah, so we were supposed to go to Haiti this year, but we weren't able to go over spring break, like you said. Right now in Haiti, there's a lot of civil unrest and some protests because citizens of Haiti are upset about corruption within the government. And it's just caused a lot of road blockages from the capital, which is where the airport is, to other towns. So if we were to go there, we wouldn't have been able to safely travel on the roads from the airport to where we would like to go. So people in Haiti are just very upset with the situation of their government, and they're lacking basic needs such as proper hospital care and food and water, just because it can't be transported around the country and it's just not available.
I'm very sorry to hear that. And I know that is not your only event, though. You do fundraising throughout the year. Could you tell us a little bit about that, Susie?
Yeah, so we do actually a lot of different fundraisers. One of our biggest fundraisers is our spaghetti dinner, and we hold that twice a semester. We also do BJC events where we work the cashier and we serve food, and we also do things like we work for DP Dough and we do 10-hour shifts. And so all of the money that we would have made would then go to our partners in Haiti. So yeah, that's just some of the fundraisers.
Do you have any upcoming events that people should be aware of that maybe they can attend?
Yeah, our next spaghetti dinner is actually April 8th from 5 to 7:30 at St. Andrew's Episcopal Church downtown.
Awesome. And are these events open to people of all denominations and backgrounds? I know that you're affiliated with the Pascarella Spiritual Center.
Yeah, so we work closely with Catholic Campus Ministry, but our club is open to all different denominations. So we have different members of different Christian groups, different non-religious beliefs. Anyone is welcome in our club, and we serve everyone. And
that's fantastic. And how would someone go about getting involved? Do you guys have meetings that someone can attend?
Yeah, so we have bi-weekly meetings. So we meet every other week, and then we also have something new that we added this year is we have committees. So we have our fundraising committee, our campus outreach committee, and
our donor and alumni relations
committee. And so they meet on the bi-week, so they meet on the off weeks. And we also have a website, and a lot of people find out through our social media and our website and through Mass, how they can join.
Awesome. Do you guys see that this experience has given you something that you will take after Penn State when you graduate for service and opportunities and your passion for Haiti? How do you see that going about in your future?
So for both of us, it's definitely influenced a lot. For me, I'm graduating this year, and it's inspired me to join the Peace Corps, which is what I'm doing after graduation.
That's incredible.
And without this club, I never would have even known that that was something I would want to do or have been inspired to do it.
Amazing. What about you, Susie?
Yeah, so I'm also looking into joining the Peace Corps. But in addition, I do want to serve people, and serving people is something that's really important to me. So after the Peace Corps, I would like to go to an accelerated nursing program and then hopefully live in Haiti for a few years after that.
Have you ever been on the trip to Haiti, or were you going to go on this trip this past year? And could you tell the audience a little bit about what happens on those trips?
Yeah, so I have been on the trip 3 times. This would have been my 4th year going. And what we do down there is we just go and spend time with our partners. We're partnered with an orphanage there, which we stay at for most of the week. And we just have the opportunity to play with the kids and have fun with them, sing, walk them to school, play basketball, play soccer. And we're also partnered with a rural village, and we get to go stay at the mission house there. And sometimes we'll do small projects such as working in a garden or helping build a fence. And it's really just about creating those relationships while we're down there with our partners so that we have something to hold on to while we're here.
That's incredibly inspiring. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for now. But stay tuned, because after the break, we have the weather report for this week.
From the students of Penn State Meteorology, here is your Penn State Campus Weather Service forecast.
Hello, State College. I'm student meteorologist Dan Guzman here with your PSN forecast. Taking a look at the weather headlines, we can see some warmer temperatures will be making their way into the area for the middle of this week, though temperatures overnight still will be rather cool. And for this weekend, unfortunately, we do look at the chance for some rain showers. Taking a look at the future weather into tonight, we can see not much is happening around the state. Temperatures will be dropping into the upper 20s for the start of Tuesday morning, leaving behind a beautiful clear day Tuesday at around 2 p.m. Taking a look at tonight's forecast, we see that includes a low of about 25 degrees with some mostly cloudy skies and a north wind of about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Taking a look at tomorrow's forecast, we can see that has a high of about 44 degrees with some beautiful sunshine and a northwest wind of about 15 miles per hour. And lastly, taking a look at the 7-day outlook, we can see those warmer temperatures I was mentioning earlier. The weekend reaching the 60s, even Friday 62 degrees and Saturday at 60 degrees. However, those rain showers that I did mention before are here for the weekend. From the Penn State Campus Weather Service, I'm student meteorologist Dan Guzman. Thank you for watching.
Charges against a former Pittsburgh police officer stemming from the June 2018 murder of a 17-year-old high school student were dismissed Friday. Michael Rosefeld shot and killed Antoine Rose II in the North Braddock neighborhood of East Pittsburgh nearly 1 year ago. Rose was in the front seat of a taxi cab that lacked a license plate when the backseat passenger opened fire on 2 men in the vicinity of a traffic stop. Rosefeld said he shot at the cab after seeing what he believed to be a gun in Rosefeld's hand. Pittsburgh residents organized protests and a moment of silence last summer in honor of the late teenager.
Just days following the suicide of Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School shooting survivor Sydney Aiello, another unnamed survivor has taken their own life. Like Aiello, both were 2018 graduates of Marjory Stoneman Douglas. Aiello had struggled with survivor's guilt and post-traumatic stress disorder following the Parkland shooting. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Victor Schwartz says many survivors have a hard time adjusting to life changes such as college or getting jobs following traumatic events. Several of Aiello's loved ones and members of the Parkland community have expressed these survivors' impact on their lives through social media.
The U.S.-backed Syrian Democratic Forces declared victory over the Islamic State, also known as ISIS, this past Saturday. The SDF recently captured the small territory of Baghouz in the south of Syria after waiting for around 30,000 civilians to flee the area. Several ISIS militants were found and subsequently arrested while attempting to flee as civilians along with their families. Multiple sources report that the ISIS ideology lives on among the relatives of the group's fighters in spite of their defeat. The SDF benefited from U.S.-approved airstrikes throughout the months-long battle. President Trump declared victory over ISIS in December. His administration plans to keep 200 peacekeepers on location in Syria for the time being.
Sunday, days after delivering a report to Attorney General William P. Barr, Special Counsel Robert Mueller found no proof that President Donald Trump or members of the Trump campaign were conspiring with the Russian government during the 2016 election. In terms of obstruction of justice, Mueller left the decision to Attorney General Barr, who declined, stating that evidence at hand and Department of Justice guidelines. Since 2017, Mueller's team have focused on how Russian operatives attempted to sway the outcome of the election and if anyone on the Trump campaign was tied to this. It is unknown if Mueller's full report will be made to public, but this brings the 2-year Russian interference investigation to a close.
And that's all for tonight on PSN News.
Be sure to check us out on Twitter at PSN News.
But before we leave you, last week, Mark Sneff, father of one of our own, PSN News anchor Michael Sneff, passed away suddenly. The Sneff family remains in our hearts, and we hope you will keep them in your prayers. Thank you.